we have with us, this is Frankie Boyer. Frankie, why don't you tell us a little bit about who you are?
Well, I'm a holistic talk show host. I do my own radio show each and every day and have been looking at holistic living, alternative living, and I just love what you're doing and sharing with everyone. We can also renew ourselves with these exercises, so this is really wonderful.
So I'm delighted that you're willing to do this today.
Well, I'm thrilled to be here.
So what we're going to be doing is I'm going to actually be following this handout today. So as people want to get this handout, the first of the energy exercises are what we call the 3 thumps. And I'm going to ask you to walk toward me. Okay, now let's put this hand out here, resist. Okay, now walk backwards. Resist. Okay, so what that tells me is that she is where we want her to be. Because I just tested to see whether she had her energies flowing forwards or backwards. When she walked backwards, she was weak. That's what we want. But we're going to demonstrate the first of the 3 thumps, which is right here. So right here on this spot, you're going to rub.
Okay.
We're going to rub right here. And these are called your K27 points. They're the end of your kidney meridian. And what these particular points do is they enable your meridians to all move and flow forward, because a lot of times your meridians are going backwards. So you want to do this 15 seconds per day. So the next thump, we're all going to thump here. This thump is for regulating the thymus and your immune system. The next thing we're going to test for is we're going to see how her spleen's doing. So I'm going to ask you to resist. Her spleen is very, very weak. So what I want you to do is rub right there, here. And it should hurt. It should hurt. And we have to push hard. We're going to push hard right here.
Okay.
These are your spleen. This is your spleen points. And they should be sore. Your spleen energizes all of your energy in your system, metabolizes all of the energy in your system. That's why we're doing this. So what happens in our culture today with all of the bombardment of everything we have, of the stressors, our energy systems go out very quickly, and the first to go out is your spleen. That's why it has a special test that we're going to look at. Now lock your elbow. I'm going to ask you to resist. Resist. She's strong. See that? She's strong. I'm pulling with all my strength. So what we did was we activated that spleen.
So quick.
So quick.
Amazing.
Fascinating.
Right. So that's the 3 thumps. So that's the one energy exercise. The next one that we're going to look at is what is called the cross crawl. So what we are going to do to begin with, in order to see whether or not these 2 women are balanced, I'm going to ask you if you would hold that up with your right hand above eye level, or left hand, sorry. Now resist. Okay, so she's strong.
I'm going to make sure people see what it is.
It's an X. Okay, hold that, and resist. So she's pretty strong as well. Now let's see, on this one, can you hold that? So that's 2 parallel lines, and resist. She's strong on that, and resist. She's strong on that. Which is not what we don't want to be. We don't want to be strong when we're running our energy up and down our bodies.
Why don't we want to be strong? That doesn't make sense.
What this tells me is we want to be crossed over. You have 2 hemispheres in your brain. So what this does is that it actually crosses over the energy in your brain from the left hemisphere to the right hemisphere. When infants start to crawl, that's when they're starting to cross their energies over.
They're trying to integrate the 2 sides of their brain across
Right.
the closer.
Exactly. And if you're not, your energies are running up and down, you're running at 50% of your energy, your capacity. And both of you guys are a little de-energized. So what we're going to start doing is we're going to go and we're going to hit both like this. We're going to do this 12 times. All right, now we're going to switch. Now we're going to cross over. So we're going to do this. So we're teaching our bodies right now to cross over again. That's what we're actually doing. Now we're going to switch and we're going to go straight. Because if we just start with the crossover, our bodies can't be tricked. By balancing it between doing it homolaterally, like right now what we're doing, and then crossing over, we're actually getting our bodies to accept the crossover. So we're going to do one more set of these, and then we end with 48 of the crossover. All right, straight now. All right, crossover. So now what we're doing is we're actually putting our bodies back in the position where we're going to have the energy cross back over again. All right, I'm going to ask you to hold that one. That's the 2 line again. And resist. She's now
It's funny.
crossed over.
This one.
Okay, so, and resist.
Oh my
She's
God.
now crossed over.
That's
So what happened
unbelievable.
with both of the lines, we now
People
know that
think
our
that
energy
this
to
is
cross
a
over.
trick, but it really isn't.
Yeah, there we go.
This is amazing.
What I'm going to do now is we're going to do what's called the Wayne Cook posture. Read forward,
There are 2 ways.
resist. Okay, so we know when she's reading forward, she's weak. All right, now read backwards.
The light spreading of waves.
She's strong. She's reversed, so that she should be strong when she's reading forward. So what we're going to do is we're going to correct this for Frankie. So what we're going to do is we're going to take your right leg and cross it over, then put your left hand over there, and then put your right hand over top. Pull your foot as far up as you can. Take in 4 deep breaths through your nose and breathe out through your mouth. Now switch legs. The reason we're breathing out through our mouth is because our governing and central meridian actually meet in the roof of our mouth. So by activating it, now we're going to cross. So we're going to put here, and this hand's going to come around there. We breathe out through the mouth because of your central and governing meridian going right through the roof of your mouth, so you're activating them. Now we're going to take your fingers and put them on your third eye. Put all fingers together, so we're making a steeple so that they touch at the fingertips. 2 deep breaths in, out through the mouth. And we take these fingers, push them here into your forehead and pull them over to your temple, this way. So we're going to pull your fingers apart, over to your temple, all the way over. So let's see. Read that forward.
There are 2 ways of spreading the light. To be the
Resist.
candle,
She's
or
strong.
the
Now
mirror that reflects
now
it.
read it backwards.
Light the spreading way of.
Okay, so we unscrambled her energy. So now she has her energy that's going forward, which is what we want. The next one we're going to do on our list is called the crown pull. And what this one is to test for is to see whether or not you have sufficient cerebral fluid that's going into your brain. You're able to be focused. Resist, resist. So she's got fluid that's coming up the top, but not around the back. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our fingers and we're going to put them in the top of our head. We have sutures that run from the front of our head all the way around to the back where our head connects. And our objective right now, what we're doing is we're making space. Remember, one of the whole concepts of energy medicine is to make space. So we're going to be pushing down to pull that suture apart from the front of our head to the back. So we're going to take our fingers and push in the very middle and then pull out about 2 inches. Next space, we're going to push in and pull out. Push in and pull out. Push in and pull out. Now, when we get to the back, we're going to rake our hands right across our neck like this. Then we're going to take our fingers right behind here and dig in. Push in as much as you can. Hold for a breath or 2. Just breathe. Now pull your fingers with all your might across the top of your shoulders. So now what we've done is we've just opened up the space in our head. So come on and back up. Let's just see. And resist, 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 resist. So she's strong the whole way down through her head.